Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Good morning. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chaksurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay, so I'll start reading now. The fifth, five offense. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination or exaggeration, Artha Vada. Some people consider it a great exaggeration when they read in the scriptures that by chanting the holy name only once, one is freed from more sins than he is ever able to commit. Did you not also ask yourself at times, I have been chanting more than once, but still I am full of so many faults? Skeptics argue that the policy to offer enticing results is frequently found in the Vedic scriptures, and thus the wonderful effects of chanting, as for example, that the chanter becomes free from anxiety, are mere baits to motivate the reader. But the goal in Bhakti Yoga is completely different from attaining personal gain. It aims at satisfying Krishna. In other words, it is a matter of selflessness. Thus, the unparalleled results of chanting the holy names, which are mentioned in the Vedas, such as the annulment of planetary influences and the gradual awakening of love of God, are fully realistic glorifications of the holy name. They are not exaggerations to attract the conditioned souls. After all, the Vedas instruct the conditioned souls in the process of selflessness, with the final aim to develop pure love in their heart. Why then should it try to stimulate them by offering selfish goals? This would be an irreconcilable contradiction. The results which are promised are bound to appear in the life of the chanter sooner or later. They're like seeds that fructify in due course of time. It depends on two factors: the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, our sincere endeavor to avoid offenses. How can the fifth offense be rectified? What is to be done if one thinks that glories of the holy names are mere imagination? One should go to an assembly of devotees. In their association, one should hear with great attention about the Lord's pastimes and qualities. One should present his doubts, desiring sincerely to obtain proper knowledge. The devotees who are fully conversant with the glories of the holy name will mercifully forgive and embrace the offender. Thus, one will not repeat this offense. Sixth offense, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. Hari Namni Kalpanam. The meaning and effect of the holy name should not be interpreted. This includes the attempt to explain the effect of the holy name with biophysical processes. A student once claimed that by chanting, various chemicals are released into the body, causing certain brain centers to be strongly flooded with blood and thus affecting something like ecstasy. This is an example of Harinamni Kalpanam. In Germany, a man tried to convince Srila Prabhupada that chanting works like hypnotism. Srila Prabhupada answered, "Not, it is not. No, it is not hypnotism, it is purification." Another interpretation is that Krishna means black. Someone who is black, that is the argument, cannot be understood. This is the reason why Krishna cannot be understood by chanting. All these interpretations of the holy name are offensive. The mundane interpreter tries to explain totally spiritual phenomena with his material logic. The holy name has inconceivable spiritual energies, as we have seen in chapter 2. It is the sound incarnation of Sri Krishna. The attempt to regard the holy name as a part of this world and equate it with anything material is foolish. How can the sixth offense be rectified? As with the fifth offense, one should admit in an assembly of devotees and beg them to enlighten one about the true nature of the holy name. With re- a repentant heart, one should beg for forgiveness for offending the holy name.
Mataji, maybe you can summarize. Today we'll do the seventh one tomorrow.
Okay, the fifth and sixth offenses, like, Prabhu, can you please scroll a little up the, yeah, yes. Yeah, so fifth and sixth offenses. Fifth one, we see like how we should not consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to an imagination. We should not consider it as an imagination, because there is the Krishna's holy name and Krishna are non-different. And we should not think that it's something imagination. The sixth offense, that is, can you please go probably a little bit down? Yeah, to give some mundane interpretation to the holy name of the Lord, like we see how they did some research and this see like some chemical changes in the body while chanting. So actually, I have heard that this holy name actually it is not material, and it comes from the spiritual world actually. And it's like we see in material world, we have seen only up to the fourth dimension. But this holy name, I have read somewhere that it is like 64 dimensional. And maybe I may be wrong, but I've heard in one lecture. So these are not from material world, they directly come from the spiritual world. And what is the how to avoid both the offenses? We see, if we do these two offenses or any other offense also to the holy name, we have to take shelter of the devotees, pure devotees. We should beg them for forgiveness, and we should go to the assembly of pure devotees. We should serve them. We should hear the glories about Krishna. Then only we can like purify ourselves again from those offenses.